Brandon. It's Friday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. Time to go through the sales.
We'll do it live. Okay. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
What's up?
What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Rogue 5 Rundown with Chris and Brandon.
Guess what? This is episode number 10. Can you believe it?
Never thought we would last this long.
No, I mean, I still don't think we'll last this long, but we'll see. This episode hasn't aired yet.
Now that we're finally caught up, though, now we're going to be 30 minutes, the tops, and out.
Yeah, so whatever we can get to in 30 minutes, and that's it. So we're going to be covering through April 8th. So we were at March 26th is our last episode, so we'll do March 27th through April 8th. We'll try to power through as much as possible. Good thing about these are mostly John Rula's sales on here, so some of this stuff is there's not really a lot of comps for it because some of it's graded like this one that I have up on screen now, like a Hungarian bootleg. There's not too many of those that are graded and known. So I mean, we're just going to go over prices on what these went for. There's not a whole lot of.
He has some really rare stuff that's like 1 of 1, 1 of 5. You don't see these come to sale very often. So we can sit here and talk all day about it, or we can sit here and talk 2 minutes because no one's going to find another comp on these things.
Yeah. Here's a Hungarian bootleg from the 80s. 500 for a CAS 75 plus for a Luke Skywalker farm boy. So
super rare to find with the thumbs.
Yeah, he's got thumbs. He can give 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.
PBP IG88 smooth hump.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
Who knows what that is, but it's a thing and it's sold for $4.95.
Yep, UKG 90. Smooth humps. Here's a 3rd generation bootleg boba, Polish bootleg.
I mean, these are not rare, so to say, but finding them in this condition would be considered rare. So for $7.50, I sold a few of these. That was actually a very good price.
Yeah, for graded 85, like you said, not too common to find them with nice paint. PvP Walrusman, floating 1 on the back of the leg. I mean, that's a nerd alert there.
I don't even know what that even means, but
we're getting into the definitely into the weird COOs there with that. So anyway, $100 seems like a good deal for a PvP Walrusman,
and that's floating. This is the Meccano. These are not too rare. You actually do find these very often with the Jawa. The fact that the blister is clear and that it was U graded, which means this came out of a sealed box, that's the part where you're buying. So for $6.75, I actually thought that was very cheap. So
and that's what they go for loose, I think. Around that. This is the most common one, though. I mean, I even have one of these, and I don't have any Meccano figures. I don't even know how I ended up with it, but I have one of these, and I've seen there's like a graded one at a shop down the street. So those are fairly common. Made in Taiwan. We'll skip over that. It's a common one.
These are just.
We're gonna skip through some of this.
Yeah, we really want to keep these episodes shorter. I mean, we don't really need to go over a lot of these things, but stuff like this, we're gonna stop on and talk about.
The 3rd generation bootleg boba, Polish bootleg. It's with the legs and the arms are still on the sprue, so that's something that's very uncommon to find.
And like John said, that's probably the only one he's ever seen for this Boba Fett. So unpainted, overstock on a sprue. I mean, guys, I don't know who has this. This is like a 1 of 2, 3 tops examples. So. And to get graded at 90, he listed for $2,000, and honestly, it sold, I think, in 10 minutes. So that was great for him. Here's a Troy logo for me. Got graded in 85. Troy logos, we all know it's about the blister. So this one sold instantly for $450. That's just a basic. Well, no, that's YPS. Actually the YPS hot Stormtrooper.
Yeah.
It comes with the action rifle, alternate weapon. I believe
the GI Joe rifle.
Yeah, I believe they actually came in 3 colors. There's a black, a red, and a blue. You mostly see the black, but apparently there is red and blue also.
Yeah, I've never seen a red and a blue. This come with a comic, right?
Came with a comic, correct? Yep.
Yeah.
Germany.
I'll skip over that. PvP Luke Bespin, chocolate boots. That's not too rare. Made in CO.
Yeah.
Made in, so no CO. Chocolate boots, 185. Here's a Meccano baggy Boosh, 84 or 80 plus, sorry, 595 got sold.
That's something that you don't see every day, for the baggies. That was a nice one. Here's me and my modern garbage. A lot of modding on the page. Just trying to, keep the page active and busy while John is doing his sales. Just trying to downsize some stuff for him, so that's good. And so I figured it was a good opportunity for me to list some lower priced items. We try and hit all targets.
Bootleg Darth Vader. Mexican bootleg, 1980s, but he considers it to be more of 90s. CAS 70, sold for 130. Nocio R5D4.
Yeah. Most of these are dated 78. Once in a while, you find them dated 77. It's
with the pointy top.
Example. So, it can go for a little bit more money.
Yeah, the 77 date stamps go for a little bit more, and I'd say like probably 20% more than a normal one would go for. Here's some pencil toppers. These actually sold. UK pencil toppers. These are actually pretty sweet. I have a graded set of these, which is really nice in the display. Those sold. Polish bootleg Hoth Snow Trooper 2nd gen.
Yeah,
the weapon.
The weapon is always probably the hardest part to find. I would assume.
Yeah,
when it comes to bootlegs. So to get graded in 85 and have the weapon, good price.
PvP Han Solo with a bump CO. Again, don't really know what that means, but UKG 85 for 160.
Yeah.
Nocio Bespin Leia CS 85 for 220. This is the turtleneck version. It was graded that way.
Finding those in high grades are always very hard. No one cares about Lando. We don't care about this Leota.
Regresso. It's so funny. You see so many of those are like common now. Polish bootleg knee nub. This is actually, I really like this color.
Yeah, it's just a color combination.
I might just grab the one that I haven't painted this color.
Have Shane do a custom.
Yeah, CS85 160. I don't know what year it's from, but it doesn't say.
Probably newer.
Palatoy B baggy for Bosk UKG 80 450. Still available, I would say. Nocio. We'll skip over that one. Silver body. These drive me crazy. These IG88s, because I look at it and I can't really tell, what the difference is between silver body, red eyes, yellow eyes, orange eyes, blood red eyes.
Yeah. Well, that type of thing is more of a PvP and POC thing, like the color eyes, but the silver, the gray, deep hollow, so deep. I don't know. It can go on forever. These are all just basic loose graded figures that he listed on the page for sale. This one is amazing. I actually wanted this one. I was annoyed that he didn't tell me about this before he listed it. It's a Lily Letty C-3PO overstock. It's a non-sonic welded, unpainted CAS 85 and sold for $1,000. This is right up my alley of what I would collect.
Correct. Bootleg, Polish bootleg Boba Fett in brown and green 80s. for 380.
I mean, most of these bootlegs you'll see they come in 20 different colors.
Spanish Pock X-Wing, known for pale hands, very pale, tough to find with clean emblems. CS70 for $295. I don't know. I mean, I have a bunch of these figures that are turning this color. Maybe I have a bunch of Pock and PvPs.
Who knows? I mean, I feel like I've seen them before too. I didn't even know that it was a thing until I saw it.
No, I mean, I have one that's almost. I showed it on another episode of I think Wins and Wisps or something like that. But it's almost a mint figure. It's just the limbs are turning like this creamsicle color, like that. Interesting. Unarticulated Polish bootleg Vader CS 80 for 400.
Yeah, this is just cool because of the setup and having the cape flapped out like that. Most of these capes have been ruined over the years. I'm sure they're poorly made.
Black Bandoliers Jawa, Spanish Pock.
Yeah, this is a very tough one to find also. That one sold for $800 on the page, you know. Good luck finding comps on some of these things because you don't ever see them.
Yeah, I mean, and if you do see them, they're not graded usually, like stuff like this. You see these on eBay, but they're always loose and ungraded. Yeah. So there's a CES 60 Bit Fortuna.
That's what Shane looks like in the morning when he doesn't drink coffee.
Correct. Some mocks that we've shown before on the page. We've shown all of these once because they're Sunday steals. I'll pause here on a Boba 47 back for 610. I think there was a crack.
Yeah,
crack on top and blisters. Pop was cut.
And the pop was cut. You know, for $600, these things can go for $3,000 complete in good condition. So
yeah,
that got claimed very fast.
Crew neck. Go skip over that.
Don't care.
Ribbed cape. Who knows?
No one cares.
Molded legs. Already went over that. Here's a third gen Polish bootleg biker scout. CS85 for $325.
Man, I think this is the more common color for him. I believe I've seen these a lot.
It's my favorite one out of all of them. Here's another overstock Chief Chirpa.
Yep. I mean, if it wasn't an Ewok, I would have bought it. I can't stand the Ewoks, so.
I actually know where this came from before John had it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Pop Blue. Another Ewok that nobody likes.
Yep, same thing.
660. Bootleg. Here's one of mine. Bootleg Yoda with kite string. This is really weird. I don't know why they included kite string. Maybe so you could put it around your neck with the little loop here. But this ended up selling, so that's sold. Like Chris said, we sell modern stuff on the page too to kind of. We know that not everybody collects vintage, and then we try to hit all the different toy lines that people might collect on there. So we flood the page with lots of stuff, vintage, modern, and not only Star Wars, but other stuff as well.
You can only list so many items, guys, like within a days and a week and spend so much money that you have to list other items just to attract a different audience. Like there's only so much money to go around.
I mean, they even put Chris's brother on here in his cop outfit. And for $5, and nobody wanted him. I might just send it to your brother for free.
So
he did such a nice pose for us. I know. I'm sorry, Chris. I know it's 4 a.m. for you.
You guys need to remember that I always yawn no matter what. I yawn all day long.
No CO standard prune face. So some of these guys they're standard figures. I'm going to scroll through. If you want, just check us out on 5 Idiots Talking Toys, our podcast, or check us out on Rogue 5 Toys and just do search. I mean, you can scroll through just like I'm doing now.
Yeah, always go in our search engine, type in whatever you want if you want to look up prices. Because
right here, this little magnifying glass. Click on that. Type in like Han Solo bootleg. And then this will pop up.
Yeah.
For CS75 80s extended shoulder, sure they have Yodas that are extended shoulders as well. It's a little bit more of a rarer variant. I had a couple extended shoulders, but I moved off of them as well. CS75 for $175. Oh,
Here's a Tuscan Raider bootleg. You
this
don't
is
see a
pretty
lot
neat.
of Tuscan Raiders as bootlegs. So it's a 1980s for 175.
Yeah.
Got graded at 70 plus. I mean, I hardly ever see Tuscan Raiders.
Yoda 90s semi-articulated with necklace, pink accessories. CS80 for 255.
Yeah, it's one of those things that look cool, but no one really, wants to collect that stuff.
Unless you're me and you have tons of them. So
Correct.
stay tuned on the page. There's more coming.
Correct.
Third gen articulated Polish bootleg Imperial Gunner. I don't see too many of these either.
No. And I tagged Ryan Brad thinking that he would want to buy it, but I don't think he really goes on Facebook as much.
Yeah, I don't think he
Check
collects anymore.
But he would have bought this.
CS85 for 275. Yeah, I've never seen this guy.
Nope.
Blue. Hey, speaking of which, we're giving one of these away.
Yes.
We just need 5,000 subs. So if you want to get one of these, feel free to subscribe to this and to Facebook.
Please.
You can have it.
Please.
There's more modern, more loose that we put on the page to offset some of the other crazy stuff that's on here.
Yeah.
Which is good because that means I get to scroll through it.
I had gotten in a large collection of it was vintage, but it came with modern. And as everyone knows, when you're buying a collection, you really can't sit there and cherry pick. People want to sell everything or sell nothing. So you take the lesser items with the better items.
I'm sitting on a pile of modern loose stuff, like not even in the package. Then I'm just gonna go to offload at one of these shows that I'm going to.
Yeah, and that's just how it works.
Freebies.
So
Luke Hoth, no COO, nice white limbs, UKG 85. So this is a tougher one to find, guys. It's that's a pretty good price, $199 for an 85 white limb.
That's what a Luke Hoth is supposed to look like, but you never see Luke Hoths look like that. The limbs and stuff are always discolored. Here was a nice Leia Hoth with the brown hair, CAS 85 for $140.
Taiwan COO 85 plus for 400. There's another non-sonic welded overstock CES 60 for 300. I think this was still available.
Yeah, if the back didn't look like a piss stain, I'd buy it.
Textured cape with a turtleneck.
Yeah.
Only 8 are graded 85 on the population report. Okay.
None graded higher, guys.
None higher.
None higher. Only 37 graded the same, but none are higher.
None are higher. Correct. Letty, Lagare, again, Ewok, nobody cares. These came on, these made in Mexico ones that were available in the U.S. AFA85 baggy for a man-to-man.
Yeah, that's actually still for sale.
Yeah.
Baggies are always just more of a smaller niche of collectors.
All right, guys, we're into April. Yeah, we even have red lines and more loose figures. Deep hollow eyes, silver body. We're not going to go over that one. We already talked about it. Textured cape, another turtleneck one. 125. This one had a slit on the cape by the armhole, but it comes with a nice card back for display. That's sold.
And it comes with the acrylic case, too, so that was good. This is just more of a bunch of
modern and random stuff. Revenge of the Jedi proof card for Cloud Car Pilot.
Yeah, this one's really nice. I used to own one of these also myself. These are like, mock-up examples before they made the actual carded figure. This is what they were, producing to see what it would look like on the card. So they're just proof cards that I believe there's the whole line is like this.
Yeah.
You can find them. So
I mean, they were offering these at one of the celebrations, I think, for they had the whole set.
Pennies on the dollar.
Yeah, these were going for like $25 or $30 back like 20-something years ago, believe it or not.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Now they're going for thousands and thousands of dollars.
We saw autographs on the page, too. These are snapped up pretty quick.
Yeah, Jeremy Bullock. He's no longer around. Peter Mayhew's no longer around. So you can't get those autographs anymore.
No, but Shane, after no coffee, is still around.
Yes, it is. That's sold. That's sold.
Polish bootleg ATST driver, brown and gold. He's got a little bit of a gangster lean there.
He has the John Walden lean right there.
Yeah, it's got even got the knee pads, the Moses Malone knee pads. CS 80 for 175. Third gen Polish bootleg
another
Vader CS 80.
No cape. This is that. More loose graded items.
This is a normal forlom.
When we sell things on the page, if it doesn't list or sell, I usually wait a week or so to relist it. John Rula is like a hyperactive rodent, and he panics and relists it within a day and at a lower price. That's John. That's what he does. But he did have this very nice 48 back AT-AT driver, AFA 80, and sold it for $600. And he did ask me about this one, and I told him that it was too cheap, I thought, in my opinion. But he didn't listen anyway, and it sold.
Yeah. Yep, 80 for 600.
Yeah, I mean, AT-AT driver is just a collectible figure on a 48 back with a clear blister and that high a grade. You know, it's a very, very nice card.
CS 80. Try logo.
Lando Skiff for $300, and he had blister support on that.
Hammerhead 85 plus from 115.
No one cares about Hammerhead except Adam Gothard. Sorry, Adam.
Yoda necklace on the sprue 165.
Yeah, there's so many of these Yoda necklace things.
I know. I'm starting to realize that when I have like 30 of them, literally on my desk. I mean,
Yak face, AFA,
literally Yoda's all over the place.
Oh my god! This one sold for $800. Yak face still holds value. It's one of those things that, you know, it's just never going to really go down much here in the United States.
Yeah. That's
some more autographs. We have a bunch of trading cards, a bunch of Micro Machine stuff, and battle packs. And this is
modern.
Yeah.
Here's some Adam Gothard's customs.
Yeah, this is the Adam Gothard customs. He decided to take a rubber ducky and make it into an alien. So these are alien duckies.
Correct. Greedo, Polish bootleg Zuckus. I love the eyes on this guy and the paint.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Very, very nice. Sold for $150, CAS 70. We also do movie reviews.
Yeah.
Guys, 3 idiots or 2 idiots talking toys. Whenever there's 2 of us, we do reviews. So come check us out.
It's talking trailers, Brandon, not talking toys.
Whatever. I think people would wish we talked toys after they watched that.
Here's a bunch of more modern crap that I listed on the page. And yes, guys, when I say the word crap, I don't literally mean the word crap. It's just my term that I use when I refer to modern.
Well, we'll tighten it up a little bit. We'll say garbage instead. Garbage is a lot nicer.
People get so upset. They're like, it's not crap. And I go, guys, it's just what I say. I don't mean it's literal crap.
Yeah, I called somebody else's stuff junk the other day, and I was like, I mean that in a nice way. CS 80, 65 back, Lily Letty Rees on card. That's pretty common.
Yeah.
250. Tri-logo.
Rebel Commander. I mean, an AFA 85 is a fantastic raid. Sold for $440. Yeah. You don't really see a lot of Rebel Commanders. Here's another card back you don't see very often, a 32 back B for a Tusken Raider, sold for $525. It's just hard to find comps on these things. I mean, here's a 77 back.
Yeah, clear blister for $585. Return of the Jedi. That's still available.
Yeah.
32 back IG88. Here's a 41
Robot.
nobody cares about. Here's a one of one, none graded higher.
None graded higher, guys. None
AFA
higher.
80. It's a Canadian 4-pack one or something, right?
Yeah, this like came on a 4-pack in Canada, I believe, like on a cardboard, and it was all taped together with a Luke Bespin and 2 other cards. It might have been an IG-88 and a Lobot or something along those lines. And a lot of times you will find the Canadian cards, but there'll be rips and tears on them from the tape and the way that it was stored and packaged. So to find one in this condition is really nice.
Here's one of my favorite card backs, CS80. It's a 48 back TIE Fighter. 825.
Beautiful card overall. Always tough to find those in really good condition like that.
One of one, none graded higher. AFA 85. Leia Tri-Logo.
Yeah. It's a very expensive one if you collect Tri-Logos. Here's a made in Spain Greedo, which we go over. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, these are pretty common. AFA 85, which is not a common grade, but this is a common card back to find the Greedo in. If you found Return of the Jedi Greedo, I'd say 50% chance it's probably a made in Spain.
Yeah. Next is the Ugnaught debut card, 41 back A, AFA 85, sold for $775. The debut cards will always hold value. Always. Here's a Tri-Logo Tusken Raider, sold for $875. Another one you don't see too often, straight 80s.
More loose stuff. And I listed this actually sold.
Thank God.
I know. Tired of looking at it.
Yeah, it's more modern stuff on the page. We try and do sales. Well, we don't try. We do sales every single day. So, you can only list hot stuff so often. There's only so much money to go around. So this stuff kind of just helps feed the in-betweens.
Here's a Skywalker Hoth debut card, AFA 80 plus. Beautiful clear blister there.
I actually got this one in a collection, sold this to him loose, and then he graded it, and that's when it came back graded. And this was one of the ones I regretted. Like my top 3 biggest regrets selling to John, this is one of them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. This one was beautiful. Super hard to find in this condition.
Yeah. Blue Snag. This sold instantly for $450. The boots on this guy, you could eat off of them.
Yeah, I see that. It's really nice boots.
This slightly discolored torso there, but the paint on him is great. Little nick on the belt buckle there, but very, very nice. More modern stuff. Bootleg Yoda on card. Still available.
Okay. Yeah.
Here's a AFA 80 47 back Luke Hoth.
Another Luke Hoth.
For $595. That sold now. We're getting close on time here, guys, so I'm going to be skipping over some of these pretty quick. But another Biker Scout 75 plus Polish bootleg for $310.
Yeah, he has a bunch of those.
DT Saber AFA 80 still available for $1850.
I believe we went over this already. Last episode.
Yeah, it's been listed a couple times.
Yeah.
That and and someone's gonna murder me for saying this, but a DT Luke is. I've seen quite a bit of them.
Yes, correct.
I don't know how, but some of these sold for really good price. They were archived. The blister was resealed with ink touch-ups. So
yeah.
$250. Those are all reseals.
Yeah,
There's
reseals.
a couple of them that are not. But these we're starting to get into here. I'll cover this one since this one's not too common. Power of the Force ink touch-up 660. This was archived, correct?
Yes, that's archived because it was ink touch-up. They won't grade it, so they just will archive it or send it back.
A couple other ones here. Here is a Meccano
Yeah.
Luke 85 for $625.
Absolutely beautiful. I'm surprised that no one has grabbed this one yet.
Yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous, this one.
Are these sealed?
Yes, yeah. It's a steel baggie.
Because the Yoda ones always had a staple in them.
Yeah, I believe these are sealed. Yeah.
Purple armor, dark brown pants. That's what Shane looks like when he doesn't go to the bathroom in time. I think we're catching up here, guys. This is another ink touch-up 48 back. Beautiful.
Yeah, beautiful card.
Card back for
This
400.
is the transition card. These are some modern stuff that I listed late last night when I was bored on my couch with my wife. And these are listings that I'm doing today, right now, as we talk.
All right. Well, that's about 30. That's like 28 minutes of actual toys there, guys. So we're caught up. We're plugging on through. So we held our end of the bargain. So help your end of the bargain by subscribing to our podcast, 5 Idiots Talking Toys. Signing up for Patreon, patreon.com/5idiotstalkingtoys. What's the other one, Chris?
Check out our sales page at roguefivetoys, and be sure to check out our Wednesday Wins and Whiffs, our Friday Rogue 5 Rundown, and Sunday podcast episode. And then Tuesdays for trailers.
And Tuesday trailers for 3 Idiots Talking Trailers.
Correct. Thank you guys for tuning in to another one, and we will see you next time.
Correct. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.